We are the weirdos, mister.
Listen to this. Listen. This is what...
Audra's here. I beat the game I told you about. Like,
do you hear the Undertaker music? Okay, that's literally what I came for.
I love the film. Everyone bow your heads in silence for the Audra reigns.
Dun, 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 dun.
If you get overwhelmed editing, just breathe. You're fine.
Thank you, friend. All right. So that's that on that. Sorry. Listen, first of all, let me just start by saying, hey, hi, hello, thank you. The thank you is because with all y'all support, I've been able to get an editor, which makes life. I know I've said this before, but I just wanted to say it again before I get into the nitty gritty of things, which makes things so much easier because, again, my route did not get cut the way that I thought it was going to get cut. I'm basically doing my content on Twitch, and then my editor does the fantastic edits. Speaking of which, y'all, my video on RBK has way too many views, and it's making me nauseous. So... I'm trying to pretend that none of that is happening. It stresses me out so fucking bad. Anyways, the other announcement, movie nights. Y'all, I'm gonna have to wait. I need for it to not be 20. Like, it's so hot. And what's happening, fun fact, not that you asked, but what's literally happening is, like, because my route obviously didn't get cut the way that it should have been, it's 100 and something degrees. I'm getting home. And I'm just done for. I'm just like, I'm finished, please. I went to bed last night at like 7:30 p.m. I took a shower, I ate, and then I was just like, I crawled in the bed and I did not get up until like 5 something this morning. So that's all the announcements. That's all the beginning stuff. And I put together a document because, listen, I'm an unorganized ass mess. And I feel like if I'm going to do these weekly, I want to have like a little bit of structure. So what I'm going to do is, I started keeping a little document of like what's going on, what I'm going to talk about. So we have I have some structure. But of course, before we get started today, I'm going to be using Flower Beauty for the skin. So I'm going to use the foundation and the concealer, and everything else I'm going to talk about as I get there. I feel like I remember enjoying the Flower Beauty quite a bit, and the shade will be a little bit better because I think I got it like when it was like more summery, so it'll look a little bit better. Let me just move it this way. It'll look just a smidge, because I wanted to be in the middle for once. It'll look a smidge better than it did than the Hourglass, because the Hourglass was obviously on its struggle bus with like me and my summer skin. Yes, I wear sunscreen, babes, every day. Let me know if you want like a sunscreen skincare type video. Also, I feel like I asked if y'all wanted to know about Win Beauty. Let me know that too. I might just do it anyway because I know that y'all are busy and just watching. So I might just do it, and then we'll have one where I'm trying Win Beauty products and we'll chit chat about those. Right now, I'm getting ready for my Twitch stream, which is what I'm normally doing with these Get Ready With Me's. This Twitch stream is going to be, we had channel points. We hit the goal, so that I will talk about all the reasons why I actually quit beauty YouTube, like all of them, nitty gritty, down dirty, all that good stuff. You don't have to be on Twitch, so don't stress, because I do have those. I edit those, I cut those down, and I bring them over here because Twitch does get rid of your streams after I think like 2 weeks, and even then, it's you'd have to like search through my videos to find which one it was. Then on top of that, I started doing Wattpad Wednesdays. So by the time you're seeing this, the first Wattpad Wednesday will have gone up. I'm having a blast with that. So like, Now let's come in closer, start the makeup, start the chit chat. If you're going to do your makeup with me, let me know if you do your makeup with me, or your skincare routine, or your laundry. Like, let me know what you're doing whilst I get ready, because I think that it's fun to me personally. Like, it's my thing. It's my kink. Okay, so we're up close. More close. More close. I feel like that should be sufficient. I don't feel like, since I'm not filming for beauty YouTube, I don't feel like I have to be like, just, you don't have to be in my nostrils. Speaking of which, make sure I don't have no boogers, because that's a thing. So, you know, I can consistently keep complaining that my route didn't cut. Well, I am on the 2080 list. What is the 2080 list, Audra? What is that? Let me take this out. The 2080 list. Also, we're going to be using the Nomad Royal Europe again, just for foundation, for the palette, because I'm going to keep playing with it. It's the only way I can make decisions now on whether or not to keep something. So I think I'm going to start trying to use a palette for like a month. Don't hold me to it, before I make a decision as to like, should I let this bitch go? Because the answer is a lot of times probably yes, the fuck you should. Anyways, 2080 list. What is it? So when you sign up and when you go regular as a rural carrier, one of the things that I have no idea about city. So if somebody knows somebody who does city carrying or whatever, let us know in the comments. But when you go regular, you agree that you will not work over 2,080 hours in the postal calendar year. I actually don't know when that ends. I feel like it's October or some shit. I'm not positive. Otherwise, they have to pay you out. And that's always fun and slightly interesting. And where is my sponge? I swear I kept it in here, governor. Listen, don't talk to me about my weird ass accents or we will not be friends anymore, and I don't like that. I know it was here, like it's gotta be, because I kept it here, I thought, on purpose. Hello? Knock knock, who's there? Brain? Are you braining? Wild times, hold on. I made the executive decision not to find it because that's going to be, it'll become a whole thing. And my ADHD, I know how it operates and it's not going to do well. Anyways, so I said what it was. So the thing is, because my route was so big, fun facts, because my route was already so large, ooh, bitch. Yes, ho. Yeah, glow. Because my route was already so big, I was obviously already working over that because of the size of my route. And then it's been cut and it's still a problem. So I'm on the 2080 list, which is why I will have September 20th through the 25th off. I think 3 of those days are days I already get off, but I'm like so fucking excited. I'm like, yes, bitch. Give it up. And then Labor Day, I get like a little 3-day. Because I'm regularly off on Tuesdays anyway. And I think our postmaster is realizing the error of his ways. And let me not speak too quickly. But the point is, I think he's realizing he can't just do these mandating shit because there's too many people in the office on the 2080 list. And so if he starts mandating people, which he can't mandate me because I'm on the 2080 list. Sorry. No, I'm not. So the concealer, by the way, is in shade. Oh my God. Why are my eyes like this? Almond. I like literally when it's like the little white sticker, I can't read that shit. Like the white clear one, I'm like, and then the foundation is in shade Mocha D3 if we're shade twins. But, so I'm excited about that. But I think it's funny that I'm on this list. They harassed me. They were harassing me. I was like, bitch, get out of my face. Because guess who's not going to argue about shit? Me. I just keep working. Because for one thing, it doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't help you to, like, bitch, whine, moan, and complain. Because they don't care. People want their mail. You see, there is a big difference between the concealer. But I like that. I like it. Because once I start powdering and all this shit, it looks different, is my opinion. Anyway, so with that being said, I just think it's funny, because I feel like I told y'all last time, but I don't remember because I didn't have notes. But I told y'all last time that, like, I've said for the longest time, when y'all need shit from me, because y'all, like, I had requested to have a couple days off. Really, the days I wanted off were, because I don't fucking like Amazon Prime Day. I hate it. Everybody does. It's a nightmare. But Look how pretty that foundation is for real. And it's like, it's a serum foundation. So I'm just like, hell yeah. But this always makes the eye area look mad crazy. But usually once I'm done, it looks fine. I don't know why I'm explaining myself. It's because I don't have to be good at makeup. I don't have to be good at it. It's fine. Let me live my life. Calm yourself down. Don't treat yourself like that. You can do whatever you want. This is your thing. You don't have to be perfect. That's why we have it here. Anyways. So, and a lot of this is like makeup I've had for a while. So I just need to see if I like the things that I have because like, I don't really want to be introducing a lot more makeup into my collection, especially if I haven't gotten rid of things and made a conscious effort to try said things. I feel like today is the day I'm actually going to go in and try this like weird, I shouldn't put this on yet, but I'm going to try the mustard color that I said I was going to try. I was like, including this ugly ass mustard color. So I think I'm going to try this today. We'll see how that works out. If it's ugly, I'm going to be on stream ugly as fuck, and that's going to be life. Anyways, and I have this, I think it's from Alter Ego. It's a eyeshadow base. So I'm going to use some of that today. Because, like, why not? Why shouldn't I? I'm going to just kind of pull it up like this. And then I'll like paint it down. I feel like this one's kind of greasy, but it could also be the concealer. So that's my own fault because I let the concealer get all the way up here. So my bad, I could just be bad at things. So yeah, Anyway, they had asked me to work on one of my Tuesdays that I have off, and I was like, no. Now my answer to anything that they need from me is no. Because man's out here trying to like force everybody to come in the office and make people work more because we don't have enough people. And it says a lot that we're in a recession, because I know for Harry it was like, we're headed towards recession. I was like, no, girl, we've been in a recession. I swear, like, these economists, we don't really need economists. We need to just talk to exotic dancers. And that was a meme a long time ago, but it still is true. Talk to them. Talk to people who work, who are sex workers, because they'll be the first ones to let you know when there's a recession, and there is one. Their whole shit has been going down. They're aware. So they're like, we're in a recession. And then like finally everybody catches up, especially the US. They don't like to say nothing because they don't want people to suddenly stop spending money, which they've been doing. People have been doing. It doesn't look like it, like package wise, right? But I also have to keep in mind that a lot of people order shit online because like obviously stores have quit carrying things. So it's making it more and more difficult for people. I hope that's dry enough. We're going to say that it's dry enough. I'm going to go in with the shade. If it's ugly, I think I can fix it with like one of these other bluey purple shades in here. So we'll find out. Anyway, because I was trying to be more like, oh, that's actually kind of pretty. I'm trying for a more demure look. I don't know if y'all have seen that all over TikTok, but there's this lovely lady who's like, so demure. See how I'm wearing my makeup? So demure. And it's a joke. It's a joke. It's not like... Anyways, I'm like, it's a joke. Like, yelling at y'all for no reason. Anyways, so that was topic 1. Okay, we're about to talk about tires. And I know that seems like an odd segue, but here we are. You know what? If I use this with, like, one of the pinky shades, I think I might be able to do some dynamite-ass shit. You know what? That's what we're going to do. Anyway, so tires. First of all, I don't know what's going on with all my tires at work. But every time I turn around, one of them's going flat. I know what's going on. It's hot as shit. It's been over 100 degrees for several days in a row. Everybody's tires are failing. Everybody's tires are like, bye. It was nice knowing you. And now they're out of tires. The depot that carries tires, out of tires. I don't know why I'm swapping back and forth between these two things when I can literally use the palette mirror. Hello, knock, knock. Who's there? Not me. So they've been giving us used tires when they can find them. I don't know if we're just like as a country out of tires. I don't know what's happening with tires, to be honest, but that happens. And here's the funny part. My mom got into a car accident. Listen. Her car, fine. Okay, she just can't drive, and I'm not making fun of her. I can't drive either. Neither one of us are good drivers. Driving is not our ministry, and that's okay because both of us have ADHD, even though she won't admit it, and and she doesn't like. Driving is boring. Like, what are you supposed to do? Pay attention to driving? Boring. I'm gonna actually, yeah, the shade that I'm gonna try here is Pina Place, and see what happens when I use that to just kind of, yeah, just kind of bring that in, just like a little bit, you know? So every time she tries to explain this car accident to me, I don't get it. I literally don't. I think it happened last Sunday. I feel like that's true. It did happen last Sunday. My mom's just like, I got into a car accident. I'm on stream. I don't realize that that's what she's calling for because she's always calling. I love her, but she'll call me like, "Do you want some food?" Yes, I want some food. Just get the food that I normally like to eat. Like if you can't get a hold of me, just get me the food I like. Damn. Anyways, I love her though, so it's fine. But she knows I stream. The thing is, she just doesn't understand streaming, so that makes it a little bit more difficult. Anyway, but when she explains this accident, it's somehow that the person behind her scared her enough to where she just lost her sense of self and kind of ran off the road, bent her rim, okay, bent her wheel rim, and flattened two tires, like the tires on that side. And I'm just like, Mom, I literally don't understand you. I love you so much. I just don't understand what happened. I'm never going to understand it, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. Like, I'm literally never going to get it. But here we are. You know what I mean? My mom, not a great driver. Me, not a great driver. So she had to borrow my car, and we need to talk about this because, ooh, child, the way I went too far, like I need to learn to calm down. Listen, I did apologize. I'm already explaining before I've gotten into it. Let me bring you a little bit closer so you can see the eyes. There, can you see it? I'm like, can you see it? So it led to, wait, we have to go backwards. Because she was trying to get her car towed to like a tire shop. And at the time I was like, do you have the money to get tires replaced? And she's like, well, not right now. I'm like, well, when would you have it? And she was like telling me when. And I was like, Mom, I've worked in dealerships. They're not going to let you have your car sit there for however long until you have it. Like, that's not how this shit works, you know? And she was like, oh. I was like, have them tow the car to the house. And she's like, okay. So she's doing that. I'm going to just kind of put this back in. I don't feel like this shade stays very well because like now I'm going to have to go back in with the other shade. It's just like not, it's fine. It's fine. Did you hear the way I was like, fine? Now I'm going to come back in with this and see if that helps whatever's happening here. It's actually really cute. I'm just being a bitch. So anyways, they have the car towed to the house, and then that's fine. I get that solved because I had to like work with my auntie to get that solved as well. And we both like worked together and was like, yeah, she should have the car towed here because like she can't leave it. So then she has to borrow my car on Friday so that she can get her hair done. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. You know, you have to pick me up, obviously. Here's where everything goes off the rails. So I actually finished relatively early for me on Friday around like 4:30. I immediately start calling my mom. Like, you know, once I'm back at the post office, I immediately start calling her. When I tell y'all, I called her 30 times. 30 times. I called her 30. Probably more than that if I actually go look at my phone because I was really stressed, very high key annoyed because I'm like, listen, I don't want to be here and I want to go home and it's hot as shit. Like, I just want to get home and relax. So my mom just like isn't picking up, and I end up sending her an email because I just know she's in front of her iPad, because that's my mom. I just know she's in front of her iPad watching TikToks on TV. And I'm infuriated because, like, again, I want to go home. By the time, and like, I send her an email that's all in caps being like, hello, come and get me. What's wrong with you? I am ready to go home. By the time my mom picks up, y'all, I'm so mean and I'm a dick and this was not nice. I did apologize. That's why I'm telling you. Like, she's like, hey, Dot. I'm like, come get me. I'm ready to go. I've called you 30 times. Y'all, I felt so bad because my mom shows up and she's in her socks. And now I'm trying, like, now I'm feeling bad because I yelled at her. I'm trying to calm my ass down because it was a lot for me. Trying to calm down. And I did end up being like, I'm sorry. It's just that it was hot. I'm going to go in with Royal Treasure as I'm going to use that. Here. Like, I'm going to just pop that in here and see how I like it. Doesn't matter. It's too late now, right? I've already done it. I'm like, it's too late now. I've already done it. But I did feel terrible. Like, I really did. She shows up with her socks on. She's like wringing her hands in the seat. And I'm just like, ugh. And I'm trying to like calm my ass down is really what I'm trying to do. Because I know that I'm upset because like that's why I actually hate to do this. It's not because like, you know, of this. Because normally this is the first time it's happened where she didn't pick up. It's just because like, it always seems like whenever she does borrow my car, somehow that's when the car gods see fit to like have me get off, like the work gods and the car gods see fit for me to get off work at a decent time. And now I'm like super frustrated because I'm ready to go. Bitch, I'm ready to go. And so like, I just want to do things and enjoy my life and have fun. And it's like, it feels like it's impossible now. So I'm like mad and it's not really even her fault, right? You know what I mean? So I'm going to actually take a little bit of Great Hall on the edges of this and just like revamp the end of the look. And so with that being the case, like my mom is just like, you know, wringing her hands. And I do go apologize and be like, listen, I'm sorry I yelled at you. It's just I'm really hot. I hate the heat. And I was ready to go. And I was also getting to a point where I was concerned because you'd just been in a car accident. And I was like worried that you had gotten into another car accident. And that's why you weren't answering. So like, I do apologize. I went too far. And so we're good. But like, God, I still feel bad because I was being such a bitch. And truly like, ooh, that actually just brought this, okay, elevation. I'm like, oh, okay, that's how we elevate the look a little bit. I'm gonna actually put the shade on my lower lash as well. I'm just gonna use some pointillism. I'm like, I'm gonna use some pointillism. So I'm gonna just take a smidgy of this and put it on my hand so that I can clean this up. I didn't have that. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm like, so I can clean it up on the edges. So with that being said, my mom is fine. Nothing bad happened to her in the accident, by the way. I know somebody's going to be like, you didn't tell us your mom's okay. She is. She's fine. Everything's good in that regard. She's good. I really don't know what happened there. This got a little bit wild, but I'm just doing this because like, it doesn't matter how good that this looks on the edge right there. I'm just like curling it up a little bit because I'm literally going to go in and put big ass wings on. So who cares? But all of that happened and I was just like really stressed out about it. So, you know, I was just like, Mom, we can't drive. And we know this. Like, that's the thing. I'm like, we can't drive and we know this. Like, I actually still have to get my car fixed because my goofy ass ran into a trash can. It was dark, to be fair. It was dark. Also, to continue my fairness, Like also, to continue being fair to myself. We both know that we can't see in the dark. And she was on the passenger side, which is the side I hit on. I was like, why didn't you tell me it was there? I thought you saw it. Mom, well, you know you get mad every time. Like, not every time. Whenever she tries to help me with my driving. I'm like, I'm not going to get mad if I'm about to hit something and you stop me from hitting it. Damn it, woman. I love you so much. Help me. I help you. So that was a situation. I need to grab stuff for my eyebrows, but first I'm gonna keep using the ColourPop this week, just because I'm close to. And you know what? No, we're gonna grab a different one. We're gonna grab a different bronzer that's in there, and I shall return. I just came from my bedroom, which is. Bo does this thing where if I have like blankets and stuff on the floor, which I have on the floor because I'm preparing to clean, like to wash them. He does this adorable thing where he like makes himself like a little hutch. Like a little nest. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. I'm going to just brush these like 5 hairs up, and I'm not going to put the eyebrows on yet. I feel like I like this concealer, but like the shade isn't great for me right now. But also the other thing about, and I'm looking at the other thing about this concealer, and like, I just find that it's like a bit too shiny and greasy, which is I'm definitely going to powder it down. My opinion. Y'all let me know what you think about it. So, that's all of that. But yeah, it's just funny. I'm using the Juvia's Place bronzed duo. I have it in dark. I really like it because it's very pretty. And it just gives you that like, gives you that like, And I just slide through both because I feel like one of them is supposed to be for fucking contour. I don't contour for shit. We've established this. Contour is not my baby. I like bronzer, but I'm not going to contour on any planet. On any planet is that going to be something that I do. Not ever. Thank you. Let me see. Can you see it? Let me try again. I feel like I'm about to over bronze my face because I'm doing this in natural lighting, which is not, like, I know it's there because I saw it show up on my forehead, right? So like, let me just feel confident. Yeah, there we go. I'm like, let me just feel confident that it is happening. And it is. So I'm gonna take the excess, bring it around. You know, shit happens. We get nervous in this house. Okay. Anyways, now that that's out, blush. You know what? I do this every time. Y'all know, just expect that every single time I do this shit, I'm gonna be like, boop. Before I go grab it though, I'm gonna put this liner. This is some random ass liner from some random ass brand that it's like something Rebelde, and honestly, like, this print is such garbage. How would you read that? You know what I mean? Who decided that? It wasn't me. I have a brain. I'm getting back to loving black eyeliner in my waterline. I think for me it's because like I can see my waterline when I'm talking and shit. And sometimes when I put like a pale or pastel color in there, I'm just like, bitch, what the fuck is happening? Let me see you shake that ass. Shake that ass, ho. Be right back. Now today I feel like going in a little bit hard with the blush before I do the powder, because I always put all my powder products on first, then I do my powder, very specifically because like some of this is already going to absorb some of the shine, so I don't want to over powder some areas. I'm using the ColourPop Just Plain Super Shock blush. So I think I may have grabbed too much, but it's my life, and it's now or never. I don't want to live forever. I just want to live while I'm alive, bitch. I like this blush a lot, actually, because I just find it so blushalicious. It has so much pigment, and I just think that it's a really pretty blush, and you can make it as subtle or as bright as you want it to be. So it's like up to you on like what you want to do, you know? So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want a lot of fucking blush on my face, bitch. Okay. So I'm like, I want a lot of blush. And I love blush. And then people will be like, oh, my favorite thing about like makeup too is like the way people will be like, the proper placement. I know. I don't care. I feel like people just don't let you just do things the way you want to do them. And you're like, I don't give a fuck. Let me do shit how I want to. Like, let me have a red Rudolph nose. If you want to be prim and proper, baby, you can do that. No one is stopping you. This will be fixed here in a minute. That is the orangey shade actually. Now, oop, I've got to choose a highlight shade, which again, I normally use them from my palettes, but I do not like to use for my own personal reasons. I'm gonna come in here underneath the eye a little bit too. I don't like to use duochromes a lot of times or multichromes for my highlight. And the reason being is because I am black. And as such, therefore, some of the ones with black bases, when you turn, look like a dark streak on your face. So I'm not a fan. I've done it before. Like, it's a little okay on the nose, but generally, no thank you. Let me go grab it. I don't know if I'm moving where I'm sitting or if the camera is just like slightly moving without my knowledge. But anyway, years ago, my friend Jen sent me this Too Faced highlighter. They're like diamond highlighters. And this one is Canary Diamond. And I just love this one. I just think that it's really pretty. And I think it's like pretty and subtle, or it can be blinding, whatever you want to do. So like on the nose, because I love a little nose highlight. Y'all know that. I like to do this before I powder, listen, because I find that the powder helps for me to set that in a little bit to where it like looks cute and demure. Cute, demure. So, back to like the Christy thing. Can I just add this in our little... I mean, I've said it in comments. It doesn't matter. It's not like it's like secret. But I think what I find most interesting about Raw Beauty Christie and all this shit that's going on with her is it's like the amount of people who be like, it's her channel, she can talk about what she wants. And I'm always just like, yes, of course you can. Nobody's saying you can't. It doesn't make you free. Ooh, damn, child. But I'm like, it doesn't keep you free of people also disapproving of what you've done, right? That's life. Here's the thing. I am not loving my under eyes right now. I feel like I've made a mistake. It's too late to fix it. They said to no one in particular. I'm going to go back in with the same Sigma powder. I'm going to keep using this for a little bit. Because I like to have all of the powdering done. Because I feel like once I kind of do this. Oh, not you trying to stay, bitch. I'm like, not this powder trying to stay in my life. Look at it. It's doing too much. I like this powder, but I think it's just too light. Do I have the other one? I don't know. I think there's shit I've lost places, and I'm just gonna deal with that privately. Thank you for allowing me to handle this in my time of need. Because my favorite powder is honestly the Givenchy, and I just really like that powder a lot. Let me do this. I know I'm looking like an ashy mess, but I'm going to come back in with blush. I just do this to set. It's fine. We're going to live our most medium lives, and everything's going to be okay. And I just, with the residual powder is what I put on the rest of my face so that I'm not like a greasy ass mess. Before we do the eyebrows, we're going to go back in with the blush and we're going to party. But back to RBK. I think the thing for me is, because it's your channel, it would be very, very simple for you to have the balls or the labial strength to actually just say, I'm not talking about that, and leave it there. Like, girl, why don't you just do that? Oh, love it. Listen, I do so many weird ass things with my makeup. But that's why I like it, because it kind of, like, I still have a blinding highlight, but it's not, like, too much. And then I have, like, blush kind of everywhere, because I'm a bitch. All right, anyways. Like she has, if it were me, you know what I'm saying? I know I've got a couple options. Option one is to, the option she's chosen is to say nothing, which I think is the worst possible option for most people. And I think, Peter Mons brought up like, oh, well, Michaela learned the art of saying nothing and it's like damaged things. And I have a different opinion on that. I personally think that it's fine you can say nothing if you haven't done anything that like, was that bad? Like her not really disclosing the lash gate situation. For those of you who don't know, basically what she did is she said that this mascara, which I also have, was just like so fucking amazing and like da da da. But clearly she went off screen, put some lashes on, and you can clearly see the lash band, all this shit. And she was just like, I don't even need any lashes. We're like, bitch, what? And so, but her not saying anything on that's not anything, in my opinion. Is it like dishonest? Yes, obviously. But it doesn't warrant like a full response. Like the reason she responded to old boy trying to slander her name about like her reviewing his product makes sense because at this point he's trying to slander like her. So of course she's going to respond to it. And I feel like she responded well and positively. And I do think that she won in that. I feel like, yes, she won that because, bitch, who are you to tell me what the fuck to do with my channel? You better not come here doing that shit. Anyways, because that would have been me. Like, get the fuck out of my face. No. Okay, so I'm going back with Great Hall. We're going to use, I don't like this brush, but here we are. And I'm going to use the yellow to like I'm going to use the yellow in this as well. But so I understood that, like her coming out and responding to that, but it's not, if something is really bad, and again people will be like, Cody Ko isn't saying anything. I'm like, he's a man, he can get away with saying absolutely nothing. Nobody's going to care about, like, if a white man wants to respond to his allegations, they gonna let him do his thing. Like, he's gotten kicked off of things at this point. Like, there are people no longer willing to work with him. And that's really the best that we can hope for because cancellation isn't real. It's not real. And we've gotten a little weird about holding people accountable. So that's a conversation for another day. So the first option, say nothing. Second option, the easiest option, in my opinion, is to say, I'm not going to discuss that. That's it. Just be like, I'm not going to discuss that. Because in that regard, it makes it absolutely clear. I just took the brush that I was using for my highlighter and just like, gave myself like a comment. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, I thought that I left the other eyeliner out here and I didn't. How awkward. Well, we're getting up again. I'm so sorry. Also, no, I'm not, because obviously I'm not sorry enough to not keep doing that. So I'll be right back. It turns out that the problem is that I am cleaning up after myself and not used to doing that shit. So it's like fucking me up every time. I'm like, where the fuck is everything? And then I'm like, my bad. I cleaned up. So what I was saying was, if you say, I'm not going to talk about that, it lets us know, one, where you stand, right? You don't care. And like, you probably are on that side. Like, you probably are anti-LGBTQI+, like, you probably are anti-alphabet mafia, which is fine. Because everybody is entitled to their own views. And I'm not going to stop anybody from having their own views. Just like if you have a platform, this is the thing about having a platform. Making sure I didn't fuck up on the side of my face. The thing about having a platform is always going to be this. You do have to answer sometimes for the way that you behave. Like, it sucks. And I think that that's where people get mad about it, is they're just like, people who like a creator, which, I like creators, you like creators. will often try to justify their behaviors by being like, it's their channel, they can do what they want, they can talk about what they want. And you're like, yeah, we know, but like, you created a public persona. In Christy's case, she very much cultivated and created an open, loving, caring space. And that turned out to be a lie. So, I'm sorry, I'm like on my bullshit today. And the thing is, the people who follow you do deserve some kind of acknowledgement, especially if they're of a community that you're showing that you don't like. They deserve to have your acknowledgement that you don't care for them, right? Like that's just the least you can do. That's just the least that you can do. Right? Like if you heard stories that I was anti-LGBTQI+, of which I would not be because I am, well, that doesn't actually track. Anyways, if you heard stories that I was anti-Alphabet Mafia, you would want me to address that, right? Because there are many of you in this community that we've built here that are part of that, right? So you would want to know, like, I don't want to support you if you don't support me, right? Like that's just sensible. Like that's just sensible thought process. Nobody wants to be involved with somebody who doesn't give a fuck about them, right? Like you wouldn't want to be in a relationship with somebody who didn't care about you. And you damn sure don't want to support a content creator who doesn't, share or align with your views. That's just natural. Like it doesn't matter whether or not. To me, the point has always been like you want to support somebody who you feel has your views. Like parasocial relationships, like I've said multiple times before, aren't inherently bad. But just generally, you don't want to support somebody who isn't supporting communities that you support or any of that. Like there's something off about that for most people. They're like, yeah, I don't want to do that because these are my family members. These are my friends. It's me personally. So, like, I just want to know. So if she just said, I'm not going to talk about that, it leaves it up to interpretation for the audience. So there's that. The audience can make their choices. Sorry, I don't know where my big ass sneezes suddenly came from. But it leaves it up to interpretation for the audience. If they want to follow you regardless because they just really like you, they'll continue to follow you. And if they take that as an admission of guilt, then they can unsubscribe and like go live their lives. And the third option is just to admit it, right? The third option is to be like, yes, actually, I am anti-LGBTQI+. I had a child and it changed my views on things. And that's fine. The fact that she's just being a coward is what everybody's problem is. It's not like... And here's the thing, again, it's not that she can't have opposing views. We all know that. Everybody can have whatever views they want. Even if those views are actively harmful, they can still have them. I'm not going to stop anybody from having their weird ass views. Because that's just not who the fuck I am as a person. I'm not going to do that. That's rude and it's weird. Like, do I support you for it? No. But do I, if we're going to all be like, we're Americans, right? We're Americans. We have right and free speech, blah, blah, blah. If we're all going to be like that, then I agree with that. Like, then fine. Have your free speech, but no, I don't have to support you. But you're not giving people the option to not do that. And that's weird. Because you know that overwhelmingly a large amount of that audience will choose not to support you. They will choose to go elsewhere. And some of those people will choose to go elsewhere just for fear of being seen supporting you, which that does suck, but it is what it is. That's social media for you, right? Like everybody's not gonna fucking love you and support you. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Everybody doesn't believe the same shit. It's all fine. Like we don't all have to have, oh my God. You know what? Excuse me. The lashes really just like tie all the shit together and like make me look like a fucking goddess. I'm like, okay, bitch, who am I? I'm the best. These are like kiss lashes and they're like faux mink ones. Really digging the look. I'm like, it's saved whatever the fuck is happening here. I'm like, I got rescued. But I cannot stop sniffling. I sniffle in all of these. It's because it's cold as fuck outside. It's hot as fuck outside. It's cold as fuck in here. and it gives me sniffles. I'm going to pull this down more because I want to be a little bit more dramatic today. I'm like, let me just bring this down just a smidgy smidge. Because I'm going to be a dramatic ass bitch. There we go. But like, yeah, I just think it's weird because it's just like, girl, you don't have to believe what everybody believes. But again, you know, as I said before, it will split her audience, and she doesn't like that. Especially because nobody gives a fuck about her like weird ass content. So, girl, like nobody wants. There we go. I think it's good. Sorry. I'm actually in this like little corner over here. I'm going to take some of Buckingham Palace, which is like this deep purple, and I'm going to just kind of insert it like right here on the edge. Like that, just to give it like a little bit more of a dramatic flair. See what I mean? Just gives you like that little extra push where you're like, all right. Now today for the lip, I think I'm going to go in. I feel like overall we're good. We're good. Okay. Let me just get the lip stuff. And then, oh, I gotta show you one more thing, and then we're answer questions from last. Okay. I didn't grab any lip stuff, but I did just want to quickly show you. Like, look at that. That's him nesting in the blanket that I'm trying to get washed. He just nests. It was a pile of blankets. And now it's just like him. He kicks it all. It's a pile. And then he kicks it all and makes himself a little nest. It's the cutest thing ever. Also, I want to show y'all at work. Look at this spider. Look at it. Found that at work. Been arguing, being like, don't y'all let that spider die because that is keeping us from mosquitoes. Hold on. I have all these like lippies right here, and like some of them, oh my God, not the Collective Cosmetics. We're gonna have to throw that away. Ooh. Ooh, oops, that fell. This is, oh, I like them, but that's brown instead of the shade that I want, because it's like Oma's Cosmetics. That's where that's right. Is this the shade that I like? No, that's gonna be blue, which isn't what I want to do. Obvi today. And like, obviously, that's also a blue. I have been trying to throw shit away for a while. And that's been helping. Like, getting rid of lip products has been, listen, a balm on my soul, I swear to you. Because the thing is, ooh, you know what? I'm going to throw on this Stila. We need to see how this works. It's a liquid lip. It's kind of a reddish color. It's like a burgundy. And you know how I love a burgundy lip. Listen. Bitch, do not talk to me. This one's still good. It still smells fabulous. And it's still good. I live. So I'm keeping that. But yeah, getting rid of lippies has been a balm for my soul. I'm gonna, scoot y'all back some. The reason I say that is because getting rid of them has just given me so much peace, because I don't have all these lip colors, especially when you have a bunch that are like the same fucking shade. They're the same fucking shade, but like one's super old and one isn't. So this is like the look from afar. Why am I doing that? Don't know. So I have a few things, comments that I'm going to respond to that were on our content very specifically. No. I'm going to have to hit play, and then I'm just not going to actually play it. So let's start with the comments. I found it so much easier for me to like go in here and like y'all can comment, and then I can actually go in and comment on these and, you know, speak to you. So Janet says, love the look. Been using shimmer singles all this week from Minka, so love the palette inspo. I had to respond to someone having their very first epileptic event out of the shop floor some years ago. She wasn't sitting. It was scary. Holy shit. First of all, thank you for the love on the look. We're going to use this palette, until August is over. I think I'm going to keep, or until I feel like I've made a sufficient amount of looks. Like, this is my makeup style, basically. Sometimes I go outside of the box, you know what I mean? But, like, this is my style. I'm not trying to do anything too flashy, too fantastic. And let me be real honest with you. I'm trying to use a palette like anybody else would use a palette for their regular lives, which I've always said. And the thing that's important to me about that is that, like, if you're seeing these looks and you're like, oh, yeah, I like that, maybe I'll pick it up, then do you? You know what I mean? If you see it and you're like, yeah, it's not really that versatile. Like, this shimmer, let me just bring you up closer before I answer. Well, this is part of the question. I'll just bring you in closer. So it's like this. But, like, it has a bit of a shift. It's like orangey to pink. So let me just kind of go like that. And I'll have to talk about it, but it's a little bit of an orangey pink shift. Let me actually go in and swatch it so that you can see it. It's called Royal Treasure is the shade. And it may also have green, but it is a black base shimmer. So that's the swatch of it. I mean, that's what it looks like. On the hand, this is what it does. It has like that, it has a little bit of a green shift on deeper skin. It may not make that green shift on your eye unless you're wearing green. I can't tell you for sure on lighter skin, but I am gonna say that a lot of times, even when you have the green shift, if you're not wearing the green, it doesn't come across as much. So yeah, I think, you know, I love my singles. I've taken a break from them because I'm trying to like go through these palettes and make some determinations on like, do I keep these? Some of them, like, do I just depot and take out the shades I like and just get rid of the rest? Are there things that I can send on, you know? So I'm glad I'm giving some like palette inspo and some look inspo. Also, with regard to the seizure, yeah, that's just why it was very upsetting, because obviously it's more upsetting for them. But when you're seeing somebody go through a seizure, it's not like it is on TV. I don't know how to explain it. Like, obviously that would make sense, but you know how you see shit on TV and like in your mind, that's what it's like. It's like when people think that going, and I always use this as an analogy because I used to anyway, go shoot guns. And you think like the way that people will just like grab a gun in a movie and just shoot it. They don't have any ear protection, like any of that. And you're like, that's not actually how it would work. Like in real life, if you've never shot a gun before and you just happen to pick one up and shoot it, it's like the sound is fucking deafening. Literally deafening. So it would shock most people who've never shot a gun before. First of all, the first time you like pull the trigger and that sound comes and you don't have any ear protection, it's gonna freak you out. Like, you're gonna not be doing well. Or even foods, or seeing the Mona Lisa. These are all things that like on TV, it looks like, wow. But in person, it's like this tiny crinkly ass painting. It's not even that interesting, you know? So yeah, I feel you on that. And you'll know that I've read your comment because I will actually go in and put the thing in. So it sounds like Michelle Ford said, damn, just sounds like you got screwed. That eye look is so pretty. Love that color combo. Makes me think of a nebula or something. Thank you. Years ago, my boyfriend at the time and I had a roommate that was a very severe epileptic. He had daily seizures and a grand mal seizure every week or two. He said he could feel one coming on and it would taste like he had a mouthful of pennies. So he'd know to get in a safe position and or pull over to the side of the road if he was driving. No, he absolutely should not have been driving, period, but stubborn ass men and all. I think this happens to a lot of people who have epilepsy because of the I can feel it coming on situation. Like, people think that they can just like pull over, but you can't. And I think just generally as adults, we want to be able to have our own agency, and we don't really consider the world at large when we do that. His seizures could be quite scary. Of course, he was also a bit of a nutbag, and I eventually moved out of there because of it. Should have quit the boyfriend at the same time, but I was an idiot. Should have known they were friends for a reason. Assholes attract other assholes. Yes, let me tell you something about dating, okay? If their friends suck, so do they. So do they. If their friends suck, so too do they. They also suck. they also are terrible. There's a reason that they all hang out. And it's not because your significant other is just like so good. Those people suck, and so does your significant other. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Appreciate you being here. Shannon said, that was 10 days ago, so that does make sense. The look is stunning, but you always are. Thank you. I'm so sorry about your route. I was so excited for you, and there's nothing more disheartening than thinking, okay, I'm going to be okay, things will be better, and then they aren't. That last story was freaking hilarious, though. Girl, I don't know about that. Girl, listen. I didn't know what to say. I was just like, why are you... I didn't even know her name until recently, and y'all are like, is she pregnant? I'm like, I don't know. We don't chat. And obviously, y'all know why now. On the new Get Ready With Me, you know why. Like the one that just went up today, I think. Her breath stinks. If you missed it, her breath is horrid. It does suck because, like, it feels like I'm the only one in the office that got screwed. At this point, like, everybody else is, like, finished and leaving, and I'm fucked. And it's very demoralizing because I was expecting to be able to get home at a decent time and be able to do more stuff, especially on Saturdays, like, finish at about 2:30, 3 o'clock, be able to take, even though it's really hot, be able to take a nap and then actually do movie nights. But now, like, it's 100 degrees. If I'm getting home at 5, like, I literally cannot have a movie night at 6:37, 7:30. Like, the most I would probably have to put it at 9, and that's hoping that I don't fall asleep before then because it's so stinking hot. Also, this feels good on the lips. This is a good thing that Stila makes. It's not dry at all. And I don't like dry. Most of them, as soon as they're drying, I'm like, ooh, get it off. It's very comfortable. Literally comfortable. Okay, moving on. Talon says, USPS sounds like a clusterfuck. The whole attitude of I had to learn the hard way and so should you is ass. It is, and I hate it. And I'm wondering if I responded to these already. And if I did, so what? We're responding again because my brain is made of mashed potatoes. So just in case, let me go back to the content here. Because I also have the TanaCon one that I wanted to respond to. Because I may have responded to those. I don't know. I may have responded to those on this last one. Listen, my brain is made of potatoes. Let me live my life. We're going to keep doing this in circles. It'll be a repeat at the end. And if you don't want to, it's fine. You don't have to. I'm going to do that. This one is actually not monetized at all because I kept in all the music. And Shannon said, I had no idea Tana had a singing career. I'm like, girl, me neither. It was bad. Janet said I must have missed all of this. A lot of people, so listen, if you weren't watching drama channels in the 2016, like 2019 era, you would have missed this because the TanaCon thing was a big deal. Everybody was talking about it because the reason it was such a big deal was because very obviously she was out here trying to be like, fuck you, YouTube. And she was trying to do this big fuck you to YouTube and it just didn't work out. You know, I just realized, sorry about that snap, but also I love a satisfying snap. I'm going to just give myself a little highlight mustache, live my life. Listen, I love them. I know everybody doesn't like it, but I like it. But that was a whole to do. When that shit went down, I'm telling you, it was a wild time. It was a wild time. And the way people went after Tana, listen, I know that she's done things and I'm not going to go back into her whole catalog of all the things that she's fucked up. That's for other people to do in their long video essays about the life and times of Tana Mojo. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to do that. But at that time, looking back, it actually does not make sense how much hate she got for TanaCon because, girl, what? But y'all, let me just gossip with you for just a second because, listen, have y'all heard about the Brooke Schofield stuff? She's the one who was talking. Listen, she was talking about this guy. His name is Clinton Kane. Turns out Clinton Kane, who's a singer that nobody's ever heard of, got a song called Chicken Nuggies. I don't know. Never heard of the song, never heard of the man. He's a white man, mediocre at best. Anyways, he has lied about his entire life. He seems to be like a pathological liar. He lies about things he doesn't have to lie about. He lied that his whole family died and all this shit. They didn't die, you know? Anyways, Brooke Schofield is on Tana's podcast, which is called Canceled, all right? And so Brooke has been getting all this love because she dated Clinton Kane, and she's been exposing all the times that he's lied. Every single one. And we've all been like, damn, that's wild. Whoa, that's crazy. Anyways, it's now coming out. Brooke Schofield, like so many, has a very racist past. And it's not even cute. Like, listen, if you haven't seen it, you got to go watch the Do We Know Them podcast. It's got the girls. It's got Jesse. It's got Lily. They're going to tell you all the things. It's hideous. And this is why I say, if you're white and you're a white public-facing content creator and you have like a whole history of, you know, being racist and shitty, why are you not removing that from the internet? Why don't you pay someone to remove that so that nobody knows about your racist past? I mean, these days it's hard to hide because someone always has a screenshot, but, you know, just saying. All right, that's it. That's all. That's a look. I'm going to get ready to get on Twitch. I'm going to eat a little snacky poo, and I will see y'all next week for Get Ready With Me. You will see, and I'll also see you on Wednesday for Wattpad Wednesday for those of you who are following. All right, that's it. That's all. Don't I look cute? Look at it. Just like a little baby angel. All right, bye-bye.